Hello everyone in cyber world, welcome back to another video. I'm Richard.
And I'm Jennifer, and this is our channel we call Poor Man's DIY. Today we're reviewing the Wainlux K8 laser engraving machine.
So recently Wainlux has reached out to us and they asked us if we'd be willing to do a review on their product. So we looked into it and we were very excited about the opportunity to do so. We asked them, as always with any other company that we work with, that we be allowed to give an honest opinion. We have not set this up at all yet, so we're going to set it up, show you how we do this, and then we're going to test on different things and we'll go ahead and explain it to you. Now, there are a lot of videos out there, as we've mentioned in the past, that people do some real in-depth breakdown of the exact laser, what type of light, how thick the beam is, and all this technical stuff. Now, I believe that this type of product, being in a case and it's only, it's not a huge one, it's perfect for doing crafts and some other things, but because it's small, I think this would be ideal for maybe beginners or someone who just wants to work on something, like I said, for making small crafts. So I don't think it's going to be ideal to get into the nitty-gritty and the details on that. So we're just going to show you the basics of what you might need to purchase a laser for the first time, or if you have a bigger laser but you want a compact one, we'll explain the benefits. If there's positives and negatives, we'll explain those as we go through this. So let's get right into the review.
In the box there are many samples. It comes with a brush and a marker, a lens, there's a magnetic jig to hold the pieces in place, also a USB cable, a power cord, and the most important instruction manual.
Okay, so the very first thing that stands out to me is the fact that this entire item is encased in a box. There are lasers out there that you purchase and it's just a laser, and you do not want to use these inside the house because a laser is actually burning wood and that causes a lot of smoke. And so inside the house, unless you have some powerful ventilation, it could be a problem. The idea here is that it's all encased. Now there's ways that this is still going to cause some smoke, but there's ways to get rid of that, and we'll be talking about that in another time. But anyhow, this is all encased, as I said. It's very convenient and it has some great safety features. When you are cutting, if you open the door, the laser shuts off. This is great in that you can't stick a hand in there and hurt yourself playing with the laser. You also won't be able to look into the laser itself, which can cause some eye damage. So this is something that's definitely a protective item on there.
One of the features of the Wainlux K8, there's a dial on the side of the box. What this dial does, it adjusts the base to go up and down, and it depends on the items that you're going to use. You can use big items or small items, which will fit and adjust.
Okay, now a really nice feature here, for those of you that are new to laser cutting and engraving, the laser has a specific distance that is optimal to perform the engraving and cutting. And there's various ways that you can adjust that, but this particular machine has an arm that swings down. Now the tip of this is the ideal height that this laser needs to be before you start cutting. So you use the dial that we spoke of and you adjust the platform and you bring it up, and once it makes contact, that is the optimal height for this particular laser. Move this out of the way and it is ready to go. Another key feature that I like about this is that you can access this from the front as well as the back.
Now let's set this up and see what it can do.
Well, it has actually been several days since we did the opening, the unboxing, and I've got some to report. Unfortunately, we ran into some problems with the engraving machine itself. Now, I'm going to be totally honest on this one here. During that process, I really thought about this might not be a good idea. I don't think I can promote this thing. So I'm going to let you know what we experienced and let you make some decisions on that. So let me go back a little bit. For those of you that don't know, I'm actually in the IT business, and over the years I have purchased thousands of computers for organizations. I've unboxed them, set them up, repaired them, and so forth. And there are many times that I've actually unboxed brand new sets of brand name computers, and one or two just don't work straight out of the box. So computers are not a perfect science. Things can get juggled around while being shipped, and so parts don't break. So to me, the important thing is, what is the company going to do to repair that? Now, you may have some reputable companies, and then when you go to contact them to let them know that it didn't arrive properly, are they going to be the type that will spend the money and get you something replacement rather quickly, or do you have to fight with their customer service? Do they blame you, and so forth? And so I find sometimes it's not always about buying the brand name as being the best. I would rather pay a little bit more for a company that maybe doesn't have the best reputation for parts or something, but they're always there for you for customer service and customer support. Now, so far, that's kind of the case what I've got going here with the Wainlux K8. Admittedly, I had problems and it didn't work. It was making all kinds of noise, but I wanted to give them a chance to be able to resolve this. The company did some things that are actually pretty impressive in my opinion. I video recorded some of the things and what was going on. I gave them explanations. I showed them all the troubleshooting I did as an IT person, and I sent that to them. They actually worked on some things, and they video recorded a resolution specifically for the problems that I was having. I've never had a company do that. So they recorded, here's what the problem is. They showed how to open up a computer, open up the engraving machine, what screws to tighten, loosen, how to make some adjustments. And so we had to do a few different things, and there was also some connectivity issues with the software. But each time they went out of their way and made videos, and they explained things to me as if I wasn't an IT specialist, and I was able to follow those things, and I got things up and running. Like I said, it took a few days because it's going back and forth between our time zone and their time zone. So it was usually, I would send them information, they would get it back to me the next day. I would send them information, they get it back to me. So that's what took so long. But the actual repairs themselves weren't very difficult. Now, if you're not someone who's familiar with taking apart a computer or something like this laser machine, I understand that you may not want to do that. But you have to take into consideration, will this company then honor a refund, or will they replace it, or what other type of options that they'll provide for you? You may be surprised that you can actually do these things with the videos that they provided that was hand-tailored for the problem in mind. It's not as though they had hey, take a look at our FAQ section and we have some videos in case something like this happens. They took a very specific instruction, my information from troubleshooting, and they made a detailed video. So that being said, I can't promise that you will have problems or not have problems, because when you order anything and it gets shipped, things are going to get bounced around, and so it's very possible that the company did nothing wrong. It just so happened that things didn't go too well during shipping. I actually kind of am leaning towards that was the case, because the parts that had to be repaired were things that were actually loose. So a lot of it was just a matter of tightening up some bolts here and there and making some adjustments. So I'm still very happy, even though it took several days to fix a brand new laser engraver. I haven't seen others that have actually reported any kind of problems purchasing these items, and so I just think that I was one of the few that just ran into one, but they corrected it for me. So now that we got the machine up and running, we're going to go ahead and give it some tests and see how well they actually work.
K8 comes with software called CutLab X, but you can also use Lightburn. We decided to use our logo to test the engraving.
After trying various speed and power settings, we got it to work, and it came out quite nice. CutLab X comes with an assortment of puzzles that you can download for free and cut for yourself. When you select a puzzle, it shows you how you actually assemble it. You click the Buy button and the image is loaded to be cut. In this case, we selected the glasses.
As you can see, when we cut the glasses, it has scorch marks. This is common for all lasers. On a future video, we will show you how to avoid or fix this.
Next, we'd like to show you this jig that comes with the unit. The jig has pins and magnets that hold it into place. This allows you to set up an item that you want to engrave or cut, which allows you to repeat the engraving very easily.
Another feature that the K8 has is a camera. This allows you to set up where to engrave or cut.
It did not engrave exactly where I wanted, but this would be a test. You could then adjust where you want the text, save the file, and so the next time it will be perfect.
We also tested engraving a metal business card and it came out great.
Okay, so in conclusion, what are our thoughts on that? Because we had so many problems, you would think that I would probably be against this, but I gotta be honest with you, I'm still blown away the fact of the customer service that they provided to get that thing up and running. It was a little inconvenient, but for me, I'm truly happy with what they've done. Once we got it working and all the testing, it was fantastic. This is ideal situation for us because the vast majority of the time, I have to go out into the garage, set up everything, connect everything, pull everything out, and add hoses in the vent and everything. So it's not exactly the most convenient thing in the world. This being able to use in one of our offices and have it vented in the room, it doesn't smell too bad. It's still a real convenient thing. We didn't exactly talk about it, but the K8 also has a Wi-Fi feature that allows me to connect up from any of my computers anywhere in the house, so I don't have to be right next to the unit itself, and that too is a big benefit. So I am personally very happy with this, and even though I had problems with it, would I buy it again? I certainly would. Now that's going to be your call, but again, I think that the customer service spoke volumes for it. So our recommendation is a big thumbs up. And we definitely have some plans. We're going to be making some more videos to teach you as we learn how to use this thing, and some tips that we'll come up with that might help you make things a little prettier, maybe faster, help you understand lasers themselves. So until we meet again.
Bye-bye.